What is up, everyone? It's your boy Infrar-Ed, and welcome to the Scout Reports. Today I bring you an anime review of Kiznaiver, episode 4. Today was a very solid and very straightforward episode as we get deeper and deeper into the mythos of this series, and our team gets a new mission. So today we start off with the episode with Maki saying that her killing someone last week at the end was actually a lie. Although I don't buy that, because when she was off on her own and freaking out, she saw a vision of someone in a morgue. So I think it's a little bit more to that that's yet to be revealed. But anyway, on that note, again, she does say that it's a lie, and Sonozaki tells the team that their final mission in all this will be to survive summer vacation together. So once that is all said and done, all the Kiznaivers will be disbanded as we're taken into our opening, and then we're going right on to the next part of the episode where we see now that Tenga is staying with Kazuhira for a couple of reasons. Number one, he wants to make sure that Kazuhira doesn't do anything stupid to harm himself. You know, like he feels no pain, he's constantly bullied, so he's staying with him in order to protect him because they're all connected right now. He's also trying to help him with his ho-hum life and trying to help him have a little bit more care about himself. And I think that's everybody's plan overall, is to help him feel more like a person or have more feelings. So overall, he's staying with him to help him with that. He also finds out that Chidori stays next door to Kazuhira, and both of their parents are gone right now. So Tenga's thirsty ass jumps up on the balcony and tries to jump over to the other side to where she is, you know, to get over there because she doesn't have any parents. And he falls down to the bottom, causing everybody, of course, to have pain. However, shortly before this happened, everyone did have some type of pain that was going on before them. So they spend a majority of the episode trying to find out who was the cause of this pain, as all six were gathered together and they're trying to figure out who the culprit is. Also, we seen that someone like a shadowy figure is watching the rest of the Kiznaivers from afar. And if you've been paying attention to the episode, you can see that this is clearly our seventh, as someone in the intro is shown, but they're not introduced, and we get to see that person in this episode. Something that Kazuhira figured out, as well as Chidori, was that they don't share residual pain. They only share the initial pain. So say, for example, if we were all connected and I broke my arm, you guys are going to feel that pain at first, but the ongoing pain that I will feel during the healing process and being in a cast or whatnot, they don't feel. So they only feel the initial pain of being linked together. So that's pretty interesting, and it's also dangerous as well because, you know, my fear is it's going to be somebody else maybe that's like Kazuhira, who doesn't feel pain and just going to have no regard for everybody else and just go ahead and just start breaking and hurting himself to affect everybody else. I just have a dark feeling that this is what's going to happen at some point in this series. Anyway, once again, they find out they don't share residual pain, and also while they're trying to find out who the culprit is, they notice that on their arms when they get the missions, whenever one of them feels pain, a number shows up. It says D and number 7, and they all are assigned D, which again was their class. They noticed that Tenga was number 2, for example, and the sign that they are showing up from this unknown pain is number 7, and they put together there's only 6 of them, so who's the 7th? That chimes in with Sonozaki letting them know that this is indeed their next mission, is to find the 7th Kiznaiver and go on from there to complete the process of the connected pain that they're feeling. They also remember that they're all in the same class, so they're all going about their own ways of trying to find out who the 7th is. Like, for example, Tenga is just brainlessly going around just interrogating people, asking if they're the 7th. Meanwhile, while everyone else is taking a more conservative approach, or maybe not, as Nico is in the class and she's just banging Kazuhira in the head just lightly because, you know, she's amused by it, number 1, because he doesn't feel any pain. And number 2, she points out that every time they feel pain, everybody feels it at the same time. And if they're all in the same class, then that person should react. It is here that we find out Yuta mentions that there's one student who never shows up in class, and his name is Hisomu Yoshiharu. And again, I'm really going to be bad with the names on this one because they're so weird. So just in case I get it right, I'm actually going to read it. It is Hisomu Yoshiharu. And again, he is someone who's never been in class. In fact, he's been missing class so much that he's pretty much going to fail. He will repeat class again next year. So our team goes on a mission to find this character as they go to his household. And once they get there, Nico recognizes his name. He appears to be a frequent in her father's hospital, as he's always there for things such as broken bones and having lots of bruises on him. So they're continuing to look for him, and they actually find him as he's standing on the balcony as they see him. He jumps off the balcony and then falls and just lands, and everybody feels the pain, of course, and that gives him enough time to run and start to run away. You know, the rest of them are trying to catch him, and they try to explain their situation to him. However, he is cut off at the pass by Katsuhiro over an overpass of the freeway. And, you know, Katsu basically says that he wants to help him as he understands he's a Kiznaiver and what's going on. So Yoshiharu basically says, oh, you want to help me? Okay, now how about you die? As he gets ready to grab Katsu and throw him over the overpass, the rest of the Kiznaivers pop up to stop him, and Tenga also explains their situation and what's going on with them. However, he lets Katsuhiro down and is just going to get ready to run away as he wants nothing to do with them. However, Katsuhiro gets up on the overpass himself and he begins to go ahead and jump on his own. Shortly before Tenga was going to do the same thing, because Tenga pointed out that the damage that they receive is divided by 7. So it won't hurt as bad as it would if they did it on their own. So he was going to jump, but Katsuhiro does it before him, jumps off the pass, runs slap dab into a car, and that sent a jolt to our 7th there. And, you know, Katsuhiro, he doesn't feel pain, but he still has a concussion as he passes out. Because the pain was divided by 7 between everybody, of course they felt it, but they didn't feel as much pain as Katsuhiro because he doesn't feel pain, or as much as Hisoma, because he appears to have more of a pain intake than the rest. Like, it's divided by 7, but he feels more pain than everybody, but he has this obsession with trying to kill himself. So he actually enjoys it. He felt more pain than everybody else, but he's laying there laughing, and he's like in tears because he's laughing so much, probably because he liked the pain, and 2, he can't believe how stupid everybody else is. He seems like he's that type of character. And once that happened, the signal comes up on her arm signaling that the mission was complete, as they were able to find him and I guess form some type of understanding with him in some twisted way. And now we have all 7 of our Kiznaivers together. As this is going on, Sonozaki is at a conference and she's showing footage of what everybody is going through to a group of people as she continues to further press that the Kizuna system is going to be her plan for a perfect society, having everybody share their own pain. And that closes out our episode. So again, it was a very entertaining episode, especially with everybody trying to figure out who the Kiznaiver was, who the 7th was, because they were going through the town at one point, just like how they were in the classroom. They were purposely hitting and slapping each other whenever they lost track of the 7th, and they were just to see who around the area was causing pain to try to find them. So that was a little bit funny. There was also one part where they were in the grocery store, and, you know, Tenga just keeps slapping Yuta just out of fun, probably, but also to find out where the 7th was in the area, and it was just a long segment of him just beating up Yuta for no reason. The 2 girls jump in at this point saying, you know, it's unfair for one person to take all the pain. They wanted to distribute the pain between themselves and take some of the hits as well. And just as Tenga was getting ready to slap one of the girls, you know, the neighborhood watch came in like, what are you doing, young man? And they stop him and try to break him up. So typical Studio Trigger humor in that one. It was very funny. And again, the chase to find the 7th was a very enjoyable episode, so I wonder where things are going to go from here. Although he still has the potential to be a villain, I think that he just may be a misunderstood person like our main character. Well, I don't know, our main character is a little bit bland. He may be what we actually want out of our main character as far as this pain project goes. So yeah, that was the episode in a nutshell and overall. So highlight me in the comments, let me know what you think of the episode. We're on episode 3 right now, so is this episode going to pass your test? I usually give things 3 episodes before I decide to drop it, and I'm going to stick with this series. It's very fun, it's very Studio Trigger like, and if anything, it's going to be amusing. I think if I didn't start it from the beginning and I caught up on it later, I probably would want to wait until it was over, just so it can get more time to get his feet together, because we're still doing intros at this point. And I probably would watch it later. But if you started from the beginning, I definitely would go ahead and watch it right now. So let me know what you guys think. Do you still think it's a central villain out there, or what do you think the villain of this series would be? And do you think that what Sonozaki's trying to do with this perfect world is going to work? Personally, I don't, because nothing can be perfect. But secondly, if everybody feels the same pain, everybody's not going to have the same mentality. It might be some sick freaks out there who actually want to hurt people. So that's always that. So yeah, that was it. Again, if you liked the video, go ahead and drop it a like. And if you guys want to hear more, go ahead and hit the subscribe button as I continuously continue to bring you guys more content day by day. Join me tomorrow as I review Boku no Hero Academia as well as ReZero. And as always, you guys can be anywhere on YouTube right now, but you chose to listen to me, and I really appreciate that. So I appreciate you coming by. So on that note, thanks for watching the Scout Report. It's your boy Infrar-Ed signing out. See you soon.